hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me okay? Great. No, my idea of camping is a hotel room. So when Judy asked us to bring something that we would take to go camping, I volunteered to bring my Marriott key. But when I do go to stay in a hotel, I like to save money, and and one of the ways you can do that is use some of our microwavable cookware to cook for yourself or your family. And you know, we used to have, I know this is like ancient history, but we used to have like Spring Fest and Fall Fest, where we actually like drove to Spring, which is a little drive for us, and managers would set up the day before, and then I would stay the night up there and in one of the hotels with some of my girls, and we would always make this dish, and we always made it at Jubilee, and it's just such a great dish. So I'm going to talk to you tonight about one pot pasta. It's a hearty, delicious meal, and it's really easy to make. And I use our microwave pressure cooker. And so I want to tell you a little bit about it. Our microwave pressure cooker is, whenever someone talked about a pressure cooker, I used to just freak out because there were horrible stories about people it blowing up in their face and beams on the ceiling. I heard all kinds of terror stories, and I'm kind of clumsy anyway, so I was like, I don't need any of those issues. So I'm just so excited about the safety features of our pressure cooker. One of the things that's really important in our pressure cooker is the gasket. That's really important. So it does come out for easy cleaning, and I always take it out because you don't want, like, you know, junk stuck up in there, bacteria. But make sure you put it back, because this is what helps it become a pressure cooker. Without this, you don't have pressure. Okay, but if you look here, there's a tiny hole right here. I'm not sure where my camera is, so there's a tiny hole right here that is directly under the handle, which is not really a handle. Okay, it's right under here, and there's also this little indicator, this indicator valve right here, and there's a valve right here. So those are three safety features. There are three ways that you can release the pressure. The pressure cooker can release pressure. Another safety feature that's important to know is that there is actually a fill line inside of here that you do not want to exceed. You want to make sure that you use liquid over whatever you're cooking in a pressure cooker, but you don't want it to go over the fill line. So those are some important facts. When you put your food in the I'm so hungry for a s'more now. I'm thinking about the MicroPro grill. Bonnie did such a great job. She got me all hungry. So there's a pressure indicator right here that will go up when it's in the microwave, and that's a good thing. Can you see it? Right here. This little pressure indicator, I'm trying to get it where you can see it, will go up, and when it's up, that means it's under pressure, and you want to wait for it to go back down before you open it. And when you do open it, you want to open it away from you, because you don't want to pasta facial. Okay? It's not a good look. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to use my little chopper prep to cut up an onion and garlic. I could use my Power Chef, which I often take my Power Chef with me too. It makes great drinks, and sometimes I make a Hawaiian chicken in here, and I make sliders, and you can shred your chicken really easily in here. So I'll take that. Another really handy thing to take when you are in an RV or in a hotel is one of our small sandwich cutting boards. Mine's not the current color, but it's really cute. And it takes up so little space, and it's just really handy to have a cutting board with you. So put your onion and a garlic in here. Couple pulls, and we're ready to go. So I'm going to drop this down in the bottom of the pressure cooker. Easy peasy. Look how quick that is. I mean, I am so glad I joined Tupperware, because my hands never smell like onions anymore. It's just wonderful. And prepping is so easy when we have a fully stocked kitchen, which we have a privilege of having because we're Tupperware ladies. It just makes it so easy to cook. And then I have about a pound of hamburger meat. The recipe calls for 8 ounces, but we like a lot of meat in ours. So you adjust it according to your family's tastes. And if you do like increase the amount of meat in it, you're going to have to increase the cooking time. So you're going to hear me increase the cooking time over the recipe I'm going to post. So then I'm just going to put the hamburger meat down in there. Yes, I put raw hamburger meat in the microwave. Who's freaked out? Not me, because I've done it before. And then I'm going to put some of our Italian seasoning in here. We have great recipes. I'm sure you can find them in Bravo. If not, go to My Tupperware Recipes Facebook group, and you'll find that recipe. One day, someday in the future, we'll get to go back to the studio and go to those spice classes. But for right now, we've got this. So I'm just using my spatula to break up the meat. Easy peasy. And if I were going to a hotel, I would want to minimize the amount of things I'm carrying with me. So that's why I put my meat in a vent and serve, because I can wash that vent and serve, and then I can use it to reheat some one-pot pasta later on. So it serves dual purposes. So I have the raw hamburger meat in here, as you can see. And then I'm going to put some penne pasta. You could use another kind of pasta. I just have some penne pasta here in the vent and serve. You could use another kind, but I would recommend a hearty pasta like a rotini. I wouldn't use an angel hair pasta. I don't think that it's substantial enough of a pasta for this recipe. But whatever floats your boat. The Tupperware and Pasta Police will not come out after you. Okay, and then it calls for marinara sauce. Now you can make your own, and if you want a good marinara recipe, I can share that with you. Or you can go easy and just take a jar of Prego or Ragu or whatever. And then you know what's really handy getting all this good marinara out is our thinner spatula. In addition to our regular silicone spatula, we have a thinner one, and it comes out from time to time, so watch for it. It's really handy because it gets all that good tomatoey goodness. Did you know that tomatoes are full of antioxidants, and they're also full of anti-inflammatory, so it's really, really healthy to eat them. And so then I've got that, and then I'm going to add a beef broth. The recipe just says beef broth. Now I, as a true Bravo person, I use Better Than Bouillon because I learned that at the studio. It has less salt than some of the stuff that you buy, the stock that you buy in the cartons and stuff. It also has healthier ingredients, and it just tastes better because they use real meat stock. So you just put a tablespoon of that in, and then a cup of water, and it's ready to go. I pre-did it to make it easy for you guys. And then I just pour it in. Again, I would take my stuff in a vent and serve because I can reheat in this. And our vent and serve is because it doesn't pit, and it also doesn't stain. So I don't have to worry about the fact that this is a tomato-based recipe because it's not going to stain in my vent and serve. And then I'm going to put my top back on, and it's really easy peasy. You know, Tupperware knew that there was a Denese out there. So they put an arrow here so I could find my way on the top of the pressure cooker. And I just line up the 2 arrows, and the lid will sit on very easily. And then I twist and lock it into place. And then through the magic of Zoom and preparation, again, I want to make sure that I open away from my face, and then I twist and open really easily, and we have one-pot pasta. And again, ours is really meaty. If you want a vegetarian version, you could do that, or you could use less meat. Another option that I've done sometime for my team is that we've used turkey, ground turkey. That's a much healthier option. You could even use ground chicken if you wanted. You can use Alfredo sauce instead of a marinara sauce. If you have maybe some sensitivities to the acids in tomatoes, or someone doesn't like tomatoes, or you want something different for a change. And then you have a little cheese that you grated up ahead, and you top it with some grated cheese, and ooh la la, it's just delish. And it saves your family from spending money. You're not going out to eat. You know the ingredients that are in here. I know that I used ground chuck, and I used 80-20 or 90-10 or whatever, but I know what's in my food. And when you go out, you really don't know. So thanks for listening to me. And just so you know, I found out that you can earn an RV in Tupperware.